Polar Express, written and illustrated by Chris Van Allsburg. Why are you laughing?
I don't know.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Nala. On Christmas Eve, many years ago, I lay quietly in my bed, tugging at my penis. I did not rustle the sheets. That's not actually how it goes. Late that night, I did hear sounds, though not of ringing bells. From outside came the sounds of a hissing stream and squeaking metal. I looked through my window and saw my dad pissing into the drain.
You also said a hissing stream. Hi everyone, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm joined with two special guests today. I saw your lips moving. I'm joined with Zoe and Alfie.
What's up, guys?
Hello.
We've never filmed before, have we?
No, now you're putting the pressure on.
Are you excited?
Yeah. Although I don't know what to expect.
So today I'm joined with Zoe and Alfie, obviously, and the best way to ease
Wait, when did you crack the phone?
Oh, the other day. That's why I've got stickers to cover the crack. So what better way to ease Alfie onto my channel than read fan fiction? And obviously Zoe, I don't want the person to get any hate who wrote this. Obviously this is all a joke, but just to summarise, Zoe and Mark seem to be spending a lot more time together than usual. Alfie starts suspecting something suspicious is happening between them. Little does he know.
Yeah, I wrote this one. This was me.
Really? Little does he know, he can ruin his and Zoe's relationship forever.
Dum, dum, dum.
So I thought today we would take it in turns to read out this fan fiction and see what happens. So it all goes through points of view, so I thought it would be funny just to read it out.
It's like being in
He's so
school when you've got to
excited.
read things. Have you seen any of this yet?
I haven't seen any. Music blasted out of my car speakers as I sat in traffic. I hated being late. I do actually hate being late.
Yeah.
I picked up my phone and texted Zoe. Hey Zoe, stuck in traffic at the Mo. Will be about 15 minutes. I looked up and the traffic started moving. I was looking forward to seeing her. Zoe and I have been best friends for a while now. Sometimes I can't...
What?
Sometimes I can't help thinking that it might be a bit more than friends. Here you go.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah.
My phone buzzed and Mark's name came up on the screen. He was going to be late. I guess that gave me more time to prepare his room. I went upstairs whilst taking out my vlogging camera to tell my viewers that Mark was going to be late. I wished Mark would hurry up and get here. He'd been here for 5 minutes and I was already cry laughing. I loved it when Mark was round. He was such a happy person.
Wait, were you late?
When?
To Zoe's?
Today. Yesterday. Or in this.
Anyway, I said, wiping the tears from my eyes and checking my mascara. Shall we get some lunch? Yes! Mark said, straightening up. I loved Mark, but I didn't understand why people thought he was replacing Alfie. I loved Alfie more than anything. Can't people just be friends?
Can they just be friends, Alfie?
No. They can't.
Guess what? Alfie and Mark are an item and it's me.
Yeah, imagine if it was
It's me getting
all the
shunned.
drama.
Mark's point of view. Oh no, I don't have to read that. I watched Zoe get out her cars.
Mark's point of view.
Right, I watched Zoe get out her keys and grab her phone. She was so gorgeous. Zoe turned around and smiled at me. Let's go. Oh, where's Alfie? We went to an adorable little cafe situated on the beachfront. Zoe sat down at a table for two next to the window. I need to breathe when I read.
Search for two next to the window.
She got out her camera and started taking pictures of the cafe. I was so lucky. She was so beautiful and funny and amazing. You okay, Mark? Zoe's voice broke me from my daydream. Yeah, sorry, I was just thinking. I turned away.
I was just thinking.
Don't look at it.
Don't look at me.
I turned away because I could feel my face going red. Oh, are you blushing? I think you like someone. Who is it? I just smiled and shrugged. Little did she know, it was her.
Dun, dun, dun.
We finished our lunch in the cafe and strolled along the beach. I loved it.
I'm kind of feeling that these two have just written this themselves and invited me into the video to let me know something. 'Cause I'm not in it.
You can't say that.
I reached into my bag and pulled out my vagina.
I really pulled out your what? It's from your bag.
Vagina! Joking, it's his vlog
Oh.
camera. I don't know why I said it
Vagina.
vagina. So, Mark and I are now taking a little stroll on the beach, aren't we, Mark? I turned my camera onto Mark, but he just nodded.
I would never do that, would I? I would never be so quiet.
I think we're going to head back soon and watch a film or something. I'm thinking a Disney classic. I put away my vlog camera and continued walking next to Mark, but I couldn't help wondering why he acted so strangely when I was vlogging.
About to find out.
About to find out. It was later on and Zoe and I were snuggled up on the sofa.
Savage, I'm just still not there.
Snuggled up on the sofa with soft blankets watching Beauty and the Beast. Oh, I love this bit where he changes from a beast to a prince. Zoe giggled and pulled her... Everything she said made me want her more.
Oh.
It's very detailed though, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I feel
these
like they've taken like chunks of information from my vlogs.
Do you
like,
think they ever hand this in as like English, like?
I think they would get
Lessons.
an A.
Yeah, some of these people can write so well. Morning, Zoe. Mark smiled at me and wandered over to see what I was cooking. Pancakes, my favourite. He put a hand on my shoulder, looked up at him and smiled.
Come here.
She looks so beautiful. Bloody hell. I couldn't help myself. Oh, Zoe. Morning, guys. Oh no, you should say that.
Morning, guys.
Alfie came over to us, gave Zoe a big bear hug and whispered in her ear, I love you. Zoe giggled.
Oh, creepy. I love you.
Zoe giggled and I leaned up to kiss him. Oh no, sorry.
Did you, Mark? This is taking a
Oh,
strange
it is
turn.
up.
Zoe giggled and leaned up to kiss him. I turned away. I had no chance. I busied myself by laying the table, trying to ignore the feelings bubbling up inside me. Zoe, you know pancakes are our special thing. Alfie muttered under his breath so I couldn't hear.
I know, but Mark's a special guest, so...
Alfie turned and looked at me, so I quickly turned away to carry on laying the table.
Every time someone's looking at you or talking in this, you're literally like turning away.
Shit.
Awkward.
Yeah!
There we go.
Alfie's in the
The
mix.
big moment. Zoe.
What?
Zoe, Mark and I were sat at the table eating our pancakes. I was slightly annoyed with Zoe as she had cooked us pancakes and usually they were our special breakfast that only we had when it was just us. Mark, can you pass the strawberries please? I looked at Mark. But he seemed to be fascinated with something opposite him. I wonder what was opposite him.
Nala?
I followed his gaze and realised that he was looking at Zoe. Mark! He snapped out of his daydream. Looking guilty as he realised I was watching him, he passed the strawberries and we carried on eating. Imagine how awkward that would be.
I'd be like,
Across
what,
the table, you
Alfie?
shouted at someone.
I leaned across the table for the cream. Just as Zoe went to pick it up, our hands met and our fingers were entwined for a mere second.
Entwined for a minute.
How can your fingers entwine
passing the
by
strawberries?
accident?
A jolt of electricity ran I'm getting a bit ahead of myself, I know. Need to calm down. A jolt of electricity ran through my body and I jumped back. Zoe and Alfie gave me an odd looks.
It was later on and I was just leaving to go to my office and I had quite a lot of work to do. I'd film a gaming video, edit 3 main channel videos and edit and upload yesterday's vlog. I felt reluctant about leaving Mark and Zoe together as I had a feeling that something was going on between them. Although I trusted Zoe and I knew that she would let anything happen, I grabbed my car keys and headed towards the door. Bye guys, see you later, I shouted.
Bye, Alf! I'll miss you!
Zoe shouted back, which made me smile. But Mark, you didn't say anything to me.
No, I'm just like
You
looking.
just buoyed me off. You looked the other way.
You say
You
bye.
turned your head.
I turned my head.
You
I reckon we either order a pizza or find a little cafe on the seafront to eat lunch in. What are you thinking, Mark? Oh,
Zoe flashed her cheeky little smile at me.
I'll grab my coat. Never bring a coat. I got up and walked out into the hallway. This could be my only chance to tell Zoe how I felt about her. And I was more ready than ever. We strolled along the pier. The sea breeze ruffled our hair.
It definitely wouldn't rub. Nothing will move your
Do you know
head.
what we
There
should
is
have
no
done? We
chance
should have like
that's
proper
happening.
acted this out with like the pancakes and
Imagine we
going to your
refilmed the
office.
scenes.
Oh my god.
That would be so
Going
funny.
down to the calf of the sea air, ruffling
Somebody,
my hair.
the next fanfiction that you write, please write it in like script form so we can
Yes,
act it
so
Oh my
we can
God.
act it, do it in a script.
Imagine.
As we reached the end, I turned to Zoe, took both her hands in mine.
Oh, blimey, going to propose.
What? This has gone really
What would you
like...
do if I actually did that? If I was just like,
I would honestly think you were like just joking.
Yeah, but like where are the cameras?
I would be like, what are you about to tell me?
I'd piss myself.
Yeah, so-
Took both her hands in mine and stared deeply into her beautiful blue eyes. Butterflies fluttered around inside of me. I took a deep breath. Zoe,
Yes, Mark?
And something clicked. Inside me, I couldn't tell her. Not now. She was so happy with Zalfie and I couldn't bear to ruin their relationship. I'm so glad we're friends. I said to you this morning though. I'm so glad we're friends. I smiled warmly at her.
Me too, Mark. Me too.
She pulled into a hug and we stood there for a few moments.
I pulled away from our hug and grinned at Mark. Who wants ice cream?
Oh, me, Zoe, me!
We turned and wandered back down the pier, breathing in the fresh sea air. I was so lucky. I had an amazing boyfriend and an amazing best friend. I couldn't wish for anything better. Oh my god, okay. We walked into Boho Gelato and admired the array of amazing flavours laid out before us. I knew what I was having already. The obvious. Carrot cake.
Yummy!
Mark beamed at the woman behind the counter. I got out my phone and saw that there was a text from Zalfie. I saw you on the pier. What's going on? I was confused. No hearts, no kisses, nothing. What do you mean? Mark was saying how grateful he was that we are friends. Kiss, kiss, kiss. I didn't understand what I had done. Mark turned round.
I'm always turning at this, aren't I? Everything okay, Zoe? You look as pale as a ghost.
Mark looked at me worriedly and handed me my ice cream.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm fine. Anyway, should we get going? We chatted and laughed all the way home. Mark told me that he was going upstairs to freshen up, giving me an opportunity to speak to Zalfie alone. Alf! I called out as I wandered through to the dining room. He was sat at the table with his headphones in. I snuck up behind him and shouted in his ear, "Boo!" He jumped and turned around, but I wasn't expecting the look on his face. "What's wrong, gorgeous?" I placed a kiss on his cheek and gave him a hug. He shrugged me off. A wave of anxiety hit me and my breathing quickened. I held tightly onto his chair, my sweaty palms gripping it. Alfie's eyes filled with worry and he held me steady as I tried to fight the bubble of fear which was rising up inside me.
I held her tight and whispered in her ear, "I'm so sorry, little one. I just want to know what's going on between you and Mark. You would tell me, right?" I hugged her closer. I hated seeing her like this. Zoe stopped shaking and rested her head on my shoulder. Just as Mark walked in, he stopped in the doorway and sighed. He didn't realise that I'd noticed.
Oh, Zoe, come here. He tugged at Zoe's arm and pulled... I'm so sorry.
Wait, were we hugging before? So you pulled her out of the hug.
Oh my
Out of the hug.
Oh, Zoe, come here. He tugged at Zoe's arm and pulled her into him.
This is what I meant. He obviously really liked her, but I wasn't going to let him take her away from me.
Oh, oh, only a couple more
yeah, we're
chapters
not that far away from the end.
I wandered downstairs into the dining room. I looked up and saw Zalfie rocking Zoe side to side, and gently stroking her hair. I sighed. This is exactly what I wanted me and Zoe to be like. Why did it have to be so difficult? I walked up to Zoe and pulled her away from Zalfie. That is so brutal, isn't it?
Yeah, that is brutal.
I saw Zalfie raise his eyebrows.
Eyebrows.
Eyebrows!
I saw Zalfie raise his eyebrows in protest. Can you do that? In protest. You can do it, yeah. In protest. I spoke to Zoe softly and whispered into her hair.
Into her hair.
Come in.
Into her hair. Softly as well.
Hey Zoe, want to go out for a walk or something to calm down? I looked down.
To calm down.
I looked down at Zoe. She nodded.
Oh, what a bitch. Going out for a walk.
I'll get our coats then. Zalfie started making his way across the room. Don't you have work to do, Zalfie? I smiled at him.
Oh, well, I can finish that later.
He got our coats and headed back towards me and Zoe, who were now stood apart. I was hoping that he would stay at home and maybe, just maybe, I could kiss Zoe.
Oh. But you haven't even told Zoe at this point.
No, I haven't.
Bottled it. It can wait till tomorrow. It's fine.
Zalfie put his shoes on and helped Zoe with her coat. Oh, but the post office closes at 7. Sure, you need to pick up the really important parcel that you got a phone call about. I was really desperate.
Honestly, Mark, anyone would think you wouldn't want me coming.
Everything can wait. Oh, sorry.
Oh, everything can wait till tomorrow. Right now, I only care about my little one.
He
This is even like too cheesy for Alfie.
Surely Zoe's standing there like, what the hell is going on?
Literally, I would be gagging at this point. If any of you were being like this, I'd be like, ugh.
We grabbed Nala's lead and headed out the door.
Three of us strolled along the pier. Alfie and I were holding hands and Mark was holding Nala's lead. Isn't it lovely, guys? I'm so glad it's the three of us again. We haven't been able to do things together as much as usual because
How are
Alfie,
you so oblivious?
you've been quite busy with work, and Mark, well, you live quite far away and you're not always able to come, are you? That's a lie. You're always able to come. I beamed up at my two favourite boys, my boyfriend and my best friend. I was lucky that they got on so well and that they were so close. We made such a good team. Alfie and Mark both glanced at each other. I could swear I saw a bit of tension between them, but then it went. I must have imagined it.
I made my eyebrows.
Oh, Zoe, you shivering?
Mark wrapped his arms around me.
You can wear my coat.
He began to take his coat off.
No, it's fine. Wear mine, gorgeous.
Alfie copied Mark and took off his coat.
Well, I offered first.
Mark pushed Alfie's arm out of the way.
Oh! Well, she's my girlfriend.
Alfie stood in front of me protectively. Oh!
Oh, shit! Oh my god.
Well, maybe she preferred to be my girlfriend.
Alfie and I looked up at Mark in shock.
Oh my
Did
god.
he really just say that?
Uh-oh.
No way.
It just slipped out. I didn't mean to say it. Alfie and I were arguing over such a ridiculous thing. And I just felt so annoyed that Zoe was with Alfie and not me. I'm such an idiot. Look, I trailed off. What was I supposed to say? Alfie was scowling at me. Scowling. I couldn't stand it, so I walked off. No way could I face walking home with them tonight.
You still got to come back to our house.
Yeah.
Knock, knock. Let me in. Let me in.
Mark turned around and stumbled off, tripping over with every step.
That is something I'd do, that, wouldn't it?
That is me. I couldn't believe what just happened. I didn't know what to say, what to do.
Idiot.
Alfie muttered. Alfie! I punched his arm lightly.
I always knew that he liked you. He made it so obvious, but I was always going to beat him. What was he thinking?
Alfie smirked. Oh my god. And then it all sunk in. Why Alfie had been acting strange. Why Mark didn't want Alfie to come anywhere with us. I got it. They were competing for me. I was their prize. How could you? Tears welled up in my eyes. In my arse.
How could I what?
Alfie turned to look at me. How could you both compete over me like this? Neither of you love me. Oh, come on, Zoe, don't be so ridiculous.
Both of us.
Neither of you love me. You just want to show which one of you is better. I thought we had something special, Alfie. I really did. Just shows how good my judge of character is. I couldn't hold back any longer. I burst into tears as I turned and ran. My eyes were blurred with tears. I needed to get away. I needed to be with someone who cared.
I watched as Zoe disappeared into the distance. The orange streetlights lightened up. I'm literally just, who's got Nala? Has Mark still got Nala?
Oh my god!
Just stolen our dog.
Who's got Nala?
The orange streetlights lighting up her shadowy figure. What had I done? I buried my face in my hands and let a single tear roll down my cheek. This had gone way too far. I hated Mark. He ruined everything between me and Zoe. Everything.
But what about the necklace?
Oh no, it's the last chapter! All I could think about was Mark. What had he done? I just wanted to go and give him a piece of my mind. I stormed home, not bothering to stop at roads. Nutter.
Oh,
Did not bother.
Nutter!
I was running over what I would say to that idiot. I ran across the road, blinded by danger. Suddenly I hear the squeal of brakes, the smell of burning rubber, and an electric shock of pain jolts through my body. Everything went black.
No!
I'm blaming this all on Mark.
No!
I just hope that I'm not walking Nala.
I was sat on the sofa with a blanket and a mug of fruit tea as I poured my heart out to Poppy. I don't know if any of it made sense, but I didn't care. I was angry at how selfless those two were. I took a deep breath and then I began to feel anxious about what they were doing right now. Poppy placed her arm around me and squeezed me tight as I drifted off into an uneasy sleep. That's it!
that's the end! What?
I don't think she's finished. Oh my god, Alfie
No.
just got hit.
I just got hit by a car.
Alfie just got hit by a car. It's all your fault, Mark.
So anyway guys, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a massive thumbs up and let us know in the comments if you want to see us do it again, act it out or whatever. Whatever.
Oh wow, whatever.
We also made a video on Zoe's channel. What did we do?
Well, we did a friendship test with lots of disgusting forfeits, and we
got
looked
very messy.
disgusting, yeah.
So make sure to check out that video. Make sure to check out these two channels and subscribe if you haven't. You probably have. Makes me so awkward every time I say it because you probably have.
Oh, you're so cute.
Thanks for coming on my channel, and we'll see you very soon. Bye!